Good morning. Today we're going to be focusing on air quality. So we're going to be taking notes on air quality by reading a selection. You should have two things in front of you. You should have the air quality notes handout that Miss Lee gave you, and you should also be on the website bit.ly/page 25 notes. Again, for notes today, you need two things, your handout and the website. The website has a reading selection. The title of that reading selection is called Air Quality. I'll give you a few seconds to get there. Ms. Lee, pause the video as needed. For notes today, you're going to be reading a selection, and as you read, you're going to be recording your notes. Again, you're going to read, and as you read, record your notes. Let's look at an example and do section 1 together. Section 1 is titled Sources of Air Pollution. Let's take it back a second. Actually, let's look at your notes and how they're arranged. Notice on the left side of your notes, it says main idea. So there's a section that you're supposed to be in. It's asking you to define air pollution, which body systems are affected, and what are the two sources of air pollution. On the right side, this is where you list out the details. This is called a Cornell note. Again, on one side you have the main idea, on the other side you have the details. Okay, now let's get to the reading selection. Okay. Section 1, the contamination of air by harmful substances, including gases and smoke, is called air pollution. Air pollution is harmful to humans and other living things. Years of exposure to polluted air can weaken a human's immune system. Air pollution can cause respiratory diseases such as asthma. Air pollution comes from many sources. Point source pollution is pollution that comes from a single identifiable source. Examples of point sources include smokestacks of large factories and electric power plants that burn fossil fuels for energy. They release tons of polluting gases and particles into the air each day. An example of natural point source pollution is an erupting volcano. And I'm going to stop there so we can look at our Cornell notes. Our first main idea says define air pollution. So our details, air pollution is the contamination of air by harmful substances, including gases and smoke. So this is where I'll record notes. Our next question says, which body systems are affected? In our reading selection, it says the exposure to polluted air can weaken a human's immune system, and air pollution can cause respiratory diseases such as asthma. So the body systems that are affected are the immune system and respiratory system. Okay, and the next question says, what are the two sources of air pollution? Take a moment, read that third paragraph, pause the video as needed, and then we'll check to see if you have your notes done correctly. Again, Ms. Lee, pause the video for this section. When everyone's complete, press play, and then I'll show the answer for this section. Okay, so again, what are the two sources of air pollution? Okay, we read that point source pollution is pollution that comes from an identifiable source, and some examples are large factories, erupting volcanoes. The other source of air pollution is non-point source, and this pollution is pollution that comes from a widespread area. Examples include large cities or bacteria from swamps. What you're going to do for the next part of your notes is read section 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're going to record your notes for section 2, 3, 4, and 5. At the bottom of your notes, there is a synthesized question. This question says, do you think air pollution will always be a problem? And then explain. Again, your task, finish section 2, section 3, section 4, section 5, and then complete the synthesized question.